Hello everyone. Welcome to Dating and Development. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't know who I am, now I know. Before we get started, I want to say that there is some work being done in the area I live in, so you might hear some machinery outside. And yeah, that's about it. I hope we're all keeping well, and let's get started. So, dating, I know, crazy stuff. Right, here we go again. Can you not talk about something else? I tried doing a video earlier on cohabitation in Ireland, but just came across as too boring. I had a belt and I wasn't afraid to, you know, not hang my trousers for a change. Anyways, older ladies dating, you know, you've envisioned your mother and your father dating, going, ugh, disgusting, old people smell yucky. But then, don't they deserve a shot of finding love? Not your parents, but old people in general. But look, I can't. I'm 25. I'm halfway to 50. Oh Christ! Essentialism screams. Anyways, we have this older lady, and she said to herself, "F online dating. I'm going to get a vibrator. I'm going to have a lovely time with my cats." But no, not in that sense. Not in that sense. Promise. This is getting worse and worse by the second. She went on to online dating on Tinder and tried to find herself a man. So guess what? We're looking into that right now. You absolute handsome chap, which is not me. Carrying on. I thought I was beyond online dating. Then I took a chance. I prepared myself to be let down and lied to. But he loved Bob Dylan and the Harley was his. Right, moving on. It's Yvonne Watterson in Arizona. I tried using AdBlock. Wasn't working, so it's for women car insurance. So ladies, if you want some good car insurance, it's for women car insurance. It's got you covered. This video is not sponsored by them in any way. Promise. Between the time I met my husband and the time he's 24 years later, the search for romance and Mr. Right had moved online. So your husband wasn't Mr. Right? A perfect place for me to spend time, my dearest friends urged. Yeah, oh, you go, girl. You get that. You get so much attention online, you feisty little cougar, you. Carrying on. It would be fun, they said, a way for me to reintroduce myself to the world as a single lady, widowed woman I used to be in the days before smartphones and texting and instant gratification. Instant gratification is a huge thing lately with modern society, especially with the young folk. Even though I'm still young myself, the likes of like Instagram, you have girls with their bums and like booty for days. Big booty Belinda's ballistic, bodacious body workout. And she has a bum hanging out, like, oh yeah, I got 200 followers and 200 likes, and then Derek said that I can set up my own OnlyFans account. Great success. Online I could be equal parts brainy and breezy. I could hide behind pictures that only show my good side. Wow, that says a lot about you already, showing your good side. Not very honest, are we? I can't remember your name. Yvonne. I could deftly dodge questions with cryptic clues on what I did for a living and the kind of man who might be the right cryptic clues. You'll find my age under an oak tree with 7 rings, and there is a child who plays around that tree at 5 o'clock in the morning every single day, but he only appears when the moon is at its full twilight. Feck off with that crack, would you? In a flurry of box checking, I say those guys were checking her box, alright, wrinkly face. I could filter out men who didn't like my politics, my hair, my taste in music, and who didn't care if I was comfortable in jeans as a little black dress, but I didn't care when how to use you, your, and your. Oh, jeez, I love her already. I wish she was my wife. But look, that kind of states, hypergamy when it comes to women's looking for their ideal man, really, of what's ideal to them, so to speak. So she could find, oh, I don't like my politics, go away. Don't like this, go away. And then it could be a case where she does come across all these men, even though that's not the case. Oopsie daisy, hit the mic there. She comes across all these men, and oh my goodness, she does find someone, of course. But I'm sure if she didn't, she'd go through all these guys like, oh, I can't find anyone who's suited for me. Yeah, because your standards are way up high. You're setting the bar way too high, and that the guy's not going to go too low on you. Anyways, I could be Meg Ryan's Kathleen Kelly in You've Got Mail. Great film, by the way. That's like one of the only very one chick flicks I like. Instead of Sally, who had met Harry a decade earlier, around the time I immigrated to the United States. Yes, my next chapter could be the stuff of Nora Ephron rom-com. Don't know who that is. Sally was an extension of Nora Ephron. Single-minded, a certain way of ordering a sandwich exactly the way it needed to be for her. And most... yeah, I'm gonna skip that, that's boring. When she realized she's gonna be 40 someday, no, that's all about Meg. I'm gonna skip that, thank you. I remember when 40 was an eternity away from 20. By all accounts, 40 was the deadline for letting oneself go. Go where? Where are you going to? Holidays? Where are you going? 50 was sensible and dowdy. 60 heralded blue rinses for hair, not jeans. Okay, thanks. 70 was out of the question. Definitely not a new 50, and now I'm going to be 60 one day. Time to take stock of all I accept about myself, the alternative facts. If they're not alternative, they're just truth. You just want to accept them, because you don't want to have the notion that you're getting old. No one likes that kind of feeling. Some are minor. I don't have sense. How is your hair sensible? Making bad decisions, smoking the naughty grass. Oh yeah, you've all know smoking naughty grass. Not sensible hair if I can do a big line of nose candy. And I spend a fortune colouring it and trying to tame it. Fonts matter in ways they shouldn't. If I don't like the lettering on a store sign, I won't shop there. And Comic Sans and homework assignments forces me to question teachers' show. More teacher bashing. What's wrong with Comic Sans? Everyone loves a bit of Comic Sans, except for film credits, but everyone loves a bit of Comic Sans. Even though I recently found out that it's bad for the car, I can only buy gas after the empty light comes on. I can finally go on record to confess I don't like Les Miserables, and I even fell asleep during a performance of the musical version. Opera doesn't do it for me either. It's just literally a case of things she doesn't like. Boring. I resent the aging process and the way it sticks up for me in inopportune times. Yeah, because you're not going to have as many options with men. Duh. And you want the other guys to feel some sort of validation. This is what screams to me, doing so much complaining, so much nagging, that like, why would someone put up with that? Realistically. Oh, I'm 50 and I'm still hot. Like, look, people get old. Some age like fine wine, some age like sour milk. It's how it goes. It depends on how you look after yourself. But if you're complaining that you're getting old, like, you're not accepting the facts that you don't have as many options as it is. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes. There was a time when without glasses I could read the small print on the back of a shampoo bottle. Now I spend less time reading than I do searching for one of those pairs of cheap reading glasses. Oh my god, it's literally just complaining. I'm going to save you the hassle. It's just a big bunch of moaning, and not the nice kind within the bedroom, just big bunch of moaning. Couldn't be hacking that, says you. Couldn't be hacking it. If Mr. Wright cares about punctuality, he should probably know I have a stellar capacity for getting lost. Lost in those eyes, baby. I love you. Mwah. Although with factory installed GPS navigation systems de rigueur, I know that it's most certainly an app for that. I am much better today at finding my way around the greater Phoenix metropolitan area. If I have been somewhere at least 8 times, I can get there without much assistance, but still such times I must lean on Google Maps. Oh my god, Jeannie Mac, right? More boring stuff, but then again, she does say here that she had the attack of a star sign. Well, I'll put it that way. I told her to be kinder patient. My teenage daughter will attest that I have yet to reach a level of proficiency in either area to be kinder and more patient. So really, are you actually a kind and caring person? That's what I'd like to know. The circumstances around my husband's demise shattered my sense of certainty and made me cautious. The result, a fragile guardedness reminiscent of temperamental garage door. At the end of the day, it's all about survival and control. You need to really get help. That's what that says to me. That it tells me you have not properly grieved the loss of your husband. Like, and if it's a case where you have that guardedness, you're fragile, and temperamental garage door, like, really, are you actually in a good place to be in a relationship at the moment? Or have you actually taken time out to talk to someone? That's what I like to know. Because if you're parading around, especially with the news publications such as this, that you have that guardedness still, like, that's perfectly fair. Like, I get that guardedness, you're heartbroken, I totally understand. But if you're going around complaining a lot of the time, playing the pity card there, not with the star sign of the breasticle, that illness, like, that's perfectly fine to mention, because that can really hurt a person's feelings and everything else, and teaches you some life lessons. But if you're complaining about, like, your hair color, this, that, and the other, and then saying that you're as fragile as a temperamental garage door, and that, really, are you in the right mind to actually be dating someone then? Because that person doesn't want to have to deal with the baggage that you haven't taken care of yourself, and I think that's a perfectly fine thing to say, to be brutally honest. Because see, if I was in a relationship and a girl had to put up with me, and say if I had major anxiety, bouts of depression, I was extremely temperamental, like, really, would I be a person who's safe to be in a relationship with? No, because I can fly off the handle at any time, and that's not making her feel safe. And then again, speaking of which, as I wipe my face and wipe a tear off my chinny chin, that if I'm going off acting like that, I haven't worked on myself, and I wouldn't be a best fit for that relationship, because the only person who can fix yourself is you. Other people can help you in reaching that goal in terms of support and everything else, but you have to fix yourself ultimately. And I won't go around parading that I have all these problems. You don't, because that's just playing the pity card. So what's the point in doing it? A lot of this article was just complaining so far. I'm not even halfway through. But who would want to read any of this online dating profile? Let's face, for feck's sakes. Jeez, alright, I'm skipping that. You wouldn't, okay, she talks about deal breakers. He would buy you a drink, ask for your number, call it a day or maybe two later, take you to the movies next weekend, and over time, real time, you will build the scaffolding necessary to weather every storm in a teacup. No, not necessarily. Men don't want storms. Women can manufacture drama. I've seen it happen, where, like, you could be in a relationship or whatever, perfectly fine, then out of nowhere she just gets into a big mood because you didn't buy her I don't know, filled chocolate protein bar or something ridiculous like that. But don't take her to the movies on, like, a first date. You're not going to build any connection there. Awkwardly built a profile, checked the boxes, flicked my box, and began scrupulously truthful about my age, politics, and marital status, while taking some liberties with other details like hair color and the frequency of visits to the gym. I didn't mention the razor in my back. For feck's sakes, Jesus. Ugh. I'm not like this. Like, it's just a big ball of negativity. I don't go to the gym. Just be truthful. Like, what do you expect? Just be honest and stop lying. I wish just people be real with each other a lot more, myself included. Am I real all the time? I am 99% of the time. There might be one or two times I'm not real. But, like, look, something we can all work on. I'll own up to my mistakes. Totally will. Emboldened, I provided ambiguous and annoying response to the simplest questions. Favorite thing, the right word at the right time, perfect date, anywhere there's laughter, hobbies, binge watching Netflix originals. Didn't abandon me. You just want to find guys you wanted, guys you weren't interested in. That's why you're giving answers like that, because they were not captivating you in terms of attention. Bin the bags. Council refused sacks in the latest waste war. I blocked ads. I'm still getting on them. Still getting ads on this. About a year later, after a period of offline dating which left me thinking my remaining days would be better spent alone, my best friend told me to take one more field trip online. Obediently, I touched up my profile, uploaded a recent picture in which I was wearing a favourite green shirt and waited to see what would happen, while also weighing the benefits of spending my golden years in the convent. My favourite green shirt, time to get all those 100 likes. If it wasn't too forward, would you like to meet? Why not? I took a chance. Hashtag I took a chance. Oh my God. God has come to reap the sinners. Ignoring the raised eyebrows and the sage advice from online dating sites which would deem his boldness a red flag. It's not a red flag, he's just being direct and assertive. Crikey. Oh my God, I want to go on a date. Oh, that's a red flag. Oh, we better believe that's a paddling. I broke protocol. What's the goddamn protocol? What are the rules? Without any protracted emailing phase, I agreed to meet the tall and forward stranger the next hour. Dude, that'd be backwards, is he? A quick study had filed away the important bits. He was a liberal, a non-smoker, a music-loving musician who was separated and had a wee little girl. I dismissed the interest in football, like American kind, for God's sake. A golf eye roll. Hoped he meant it when he checked no preference on hair color and held on the mention of integrity and the picture of the Harley Davidson. Box checked. Oh, motorcycle, bad boy, dangerous. Oh yeah, someone's box is getting ticked tonight. Oh, baby, sexy. He said he worked out every day. Of course he did. Who doesn't? You don't. You just lied about it earlier on, you absolute fraud. What are you talking about? Oh, I just lied about the days I go to the gym. Who doesn't work out every day? You just told on yourself, you absolutely. You're not just a clown, you're the entire circus. And no religion too, no deal breakers. He had my attention. Ooh. Still, disenchanted by dating online and off, I half expected Mr. Ford to be 5 foot tall and 2 years old. He wouldn't make it to you if he was 95 years old and 5 foot tall. Probably shrunk into a goddamn molecule. Probably, yeah. I couldn't think of anything there. Who knew if his pictures were current or if we had built his entire profile on the foundation of fibs? You did earlier on. Oh, I just got a picture of my side profile to make me look good. Oh, I left out some details here and there on the important stuff. Get over yourself. Come on. Who you kidding, you big... Fuck you. Anyways, maybe he didn't like Bob Dylan. A deal breaker. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like me saying, oh, you don't like Chopin's Nocturne E flat E major, Opus 9 number 2. You don't like that song, that do 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 do. Oh, you don't like that song? It's a deal breaker. How about you go and get some musical taste, loser. Oh, you don't eat spaghetti bolognese on Wednesday. Oh well, deal breaker. Rest in pasta. Oh my God, I don't know why people are like it's just so redundant. These deal breakers are so redundant. There's absolutely no necessary need to like Bob Dylan, deal breaker. Oh, you don't drink coffee 9 o'clock in the morning, deal breaker. Oh, you get yourself off 5 minutes before bedtime, not a deal breaker. I'll help you with that. No homo though. And maybe he went to the gym thrice daily. I'm just lost for words. Let me just digress to tell you that there are more than a few men in the land of online dating who claim to live in the desert, but also enjoy moonlight walks every night on the beach. Honest to God. Alright, okay, cool. We're on the date. Lovely. We're on the meaty stuff now. The date, it was Monday. I had sent a breezy text suggesting we meet at 5 p.m. at a well-lit bar. I was wearing the outfit I wore my profile picture, perhaps to prove that post picture taken within the last decade. Right. It was a good hair day. My hairdresser having redeemed himself with a fat... Okay, great. I was also a mess, embroiled in a legal battle that I'm not discussing. Okay, I don't need more complaining. Match made in heaven, no. The Harley I'd seen was parked outside. Shimmering Bob Seger song. Usually he borrowed it just for our first date. This is a good sign. He was sitting at the bar staring ahead, and I watched him watch me out of the corner of his eye, and I watched the plank all the way to the front door to where he sat. Butterflies. Even though I know you're supposed not to have any expectations, I prepare myself to be let down light to. Well, yeah, like guys do lie about stuff, but so do women. Like, come on, it goes both ways. But my instinct told me that the man at the bar was not going to lie to me, and that I would not lie to him. Ooh, the table, how the turntables. Over beers and banter, we sized each other up and overshared. He wasn't being a mystery. Oh no. Checking off these boxes our middle-aged online personas had created. He loved Bob Dylan, and the Harley was his. He loved Bob Dylan. It's not a deal breaker. He's getting the puss tonight, boys. Yeah, boy, we win. Woo, boy. Virtuality was becoming reality. Oh, Jesus. Big brainwave there. I wish I thought I flew into the wall of philosophy. And although I was skeptical, sorry, musicians, but you have a reputation to uphold, I was also, what's with all this expectations? Christ, she sounds like someone I don't want to go on a date with. I'd rather stay inside with Pam and her 5 friends. That's the dealio there. Having read and committed to memory the frequently asked questions of the online dating site, I knew this was a red flag. First dates that are too long, turn to second date in the same night, are more likely to create a premature and false sense of intimacy. Not necessarily. If you're having a great first date, like, yeah, that's one thing. If you want to go to a different place and carry it on, that's up to your own violation. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. They're probably right, but I'd be something deafened if we didn't do it all again. Most nights we're a match made in heaven. No tactics, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Boring. Want to know him for in the first place? Him as a song. Let's write it. Blah blah. Boring, and even more boring. And there she is with the boy. More of the story is don't shop for it, Argos it. Was this woman like? Does she have red flags? I can see a potential for you, yeah. I think you can too. Older people can date, yeah, but if you want to write about it, stop complaining. So what's the moral of the story here? Online dating has become the reality. Unfortunately, that's how it's going, and people should be going out there actually talking to people properly and having proper social interactions and not relying on their mobile phones to talk to people, because your social skills are going to go down the toilet. So try things in real life, okay? That's all the time I have for today. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, be better, stay safe, and also, look after yourself. God bless.